Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Puppet Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. We are in the middle of a, well, not exactly the middle, hopefully, but we are at the beginnings of a promising-looking Warlock run. I crushed the first two games, and then I lost the third game. That was against a mage, though. I do think this run could be cut short if I face too many mages. Simply as a Warlock, facing the amount of burn that mages can bring to the table is going to be difficult with this deck, which is not exactly aggressive, but it is lower curved and has, several self-damaging things like flame imps. But if we don't see that many mages, I think my chances are good. I'm not saying I'm going to beat anyone who's not a mage, just, good. So we'll see. I've only made it to 7 wins once in like the last 10 runs. My average is just absolutely abysmal. It was at like 6.6 for a while. I was rocking like 33%, making it to 9 wins and up, and then all of a sudden just sort of crashed out from under me. But we'll see what we can do here. It can start back up at any time. Alright, who do we have? A mage! Yeah. Lovely. Alright, well, at least we have a good opening hand. This is pretty solid. In fact, with this 1-drop and that 2-drop, I'm going to keep this excellent 4-drop here, the Stormwind Knight. I can just play that on turn 3 with the coin. In fact, I could coin out the Void Caller or the Stormwind Knight on turn 3 and play the other on turn 4. This is a bit of an unusual, but very good opening curve. Now, I could actually coin into King Mukla on turn 2, which is very aggressive, but if she doesn't put any minions down, she's not going to have the mana to spare to play those bananas. I think you got to go big or go home here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and coin into King Sukla. I think this is the right play. I mean, she is going to be spending all of her mana playing minions, because if she had a minion to play for 2 mana, she would have played it last turn. So she's only got 3 mana minions and up, barring top decks. She's not going to be able to play those bananas. And this 5/5 should be well worth it. Okay, so never mind. She is going to be able to play some bananas. She can make this a 4/5, although of course it would still die to the king. So I think that would be a win. She elects not to put bananas on it, perhaps because it's just going to die anyway. Now, if she made this a 4/5, like a Chillwind Yeti, basically, I could have killed it with King Mukla, but then the king would have been at 1 health. She could have then pinged it away. Instead, she has to watch this happen, where I kill the zombie chow, and my king is still above, dying. And then this flesh-eating ghoul is now starting to do its thing. Wow, I mean, you really couldn't ask for a better start. And King Mukla is doing alright here. When you coin him out on turn 2 and the opponent didn't get a minion in her first play or her second play, then the bananas are not that great. Now, my opponent still does have those 2 bananas, but I just don't see where she's going to get to use them. I really think she should have used them on the, what's his face? On the zombie chow. She hangs on to the bananas again. I'm not exactly sure why she's just not using those bananas up. Well, I got a couple of different options here. I could play the Stormwind Knight and throw away the Void Walker. Let's kill the Farseer. That would go to the Ghoul, let me keep my king, and I'm going to do that, actually. No point in playing the Void Caller here because it doesn't have any demons to pull in from my hand. Let's just go ahead and maximize Flesh-Eating Ghoul and King Mukla. I mean, I'm swinging for 10 damage on turn 4. It's not, like, mind-blowing, but that is pretty good. We're still a turn away from Blizzard and 2 turns away from Flame Strike, so it's going to be difficult for her to control this. Okay, she Frostbolts the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, but the king is still here. Plays a Harvest Golem. Doesn't have the mana for the bananas, though. Well, I've got a pretty good play here. I'm just going to play Sludge Belcher, and I'm going to ignore this Golem. I mean, I could kill it, but let's get this damage on here. She's at 13, down to 10, so a few more swings with the king, and we're good. Got the Sludge Belcher here to protect interest. Okay, she has a Polymorph for the Sludge Belcher, which means she can now kill King Mukla, finally. And she will do so, which is smart. But I'm going to go for broke here at this point. Just going to throw everything at her face. So we're going to swing for 5 damage. And think. Pretty vulnerable to Flame Strike if I play this Void Walker. I could play the Void Caller, rule die to Flame Strike, put the Void Walker out on the table. Or I could life tap, look for my Soul Fire and stuff. Let's life tap. Let's find those Soul Fires. Demon Fire? I'm actually going to use this to kill the damage golem. I don't care about card advantage at this point. I just need to push the damage through. And I want to clear her board. So she can Flame Strike now or Blizzard to clear my table. Then I'd have to rebuild. Oh, she doesn't have Flame Strike or Blizzard. Wow, that is unfortunate for her. Okay, she's got the Taunter. That is fortunate for her. Hilarious. I could double Hellfire to kill this Fen Creeper, but my stuff's gonna die too. I could Dark Scale Healer. The problem is that this guy has 6 health and I'm only dealing 5 damage, so we're gonna Life Tap here. Succubus is not exactly what I needed. But we'll play the Void Caller then, and the Void Walker. So my thinking is she clearly would have played Flame Strike if she had it last turn. Let's just build up the board. She doesn't have the mass removal. I can beast through this Fen Creeper and actually swing with my minions. Then I can win this game. And if this thing dies, I get a 4-3, which is good. She has 8 cards to my 8, so she's not really even ahead on cards. I can't see losing this. This is great. We got a very lucky draw in 2 directions. 1, I had a really fast start, and 2, she had a very slow start, and those things are both very important. Okay, she's going to freeze this, stop it from attacking. Oh yes, there's the bananas, finally. Okay, and another bananas. Okay, great. This being frozen is annoying. I've got 2 things now that are pretty good to put into play with the Void Caller, but actually the Mana Crystal doesn't really matter very much at this stage. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and run into the Fen Creeper. Hellfire. And I'm going to just play the Felguard. I'll lose a Mana Crystal, but it's pretty immaterial. She's going to kill this. I'm going to get a Succubus. She's going to trade here. And Hellfire, she's at 2 health. I just need to find my Soulfire and I win. Or I can attack with a Succubus and I win. Okay, so now she's going to see me get a Succubus. Does she have an answer for it? Pretty good synergy there. She's going to Fireball my Felguard. Okay, so she's going to trade, I presume, the Frost Elemental into the Succubus. Unless she has a Frostbolt. No, she's going to trade. Does she have any minions? Ooh, awkward hand. She has nothing to do with 3 mana and 4 cards. Very awkward indeed. Well, let's go ahead and Life Tap. Not bad. So we're going to play the Tiger. This is threatening to kill her. She has to have Taunt, or it's just over. Unless she has something wacky like Kobold Geomancer plus Flame Strike. Or a Frost Nova, I guess. So this is threatening to kill. And I've got this for extra damage and the Abusive Sergeant in case she had life gain. So yeah, that was a pretty sweet win. The deck did perform well, and I'm going to give myself some credit for the King Mukla draft. That was Millhouse Mana Storm, King Mukla, and Nostromo, the ultimate troll legendary arena pick. And I think King Mukla was just objectively the right thing. Unlike Millhouse and unlike Nostromo. Well, unlike Millhouse, King Mukla is actually playable. Unlike Nostromo, King Mukla is not ridiculously expensive for what it's doing. I mean, an 8/8 for 9 is just abysmal. You should never pay 9 mana for an 8/8, unless of course it has an ability attached, like one player's health is turned to 215 or something like that. I think if Nostromo were a 4/12, it'd be better. Egg is our paladin opponent here. Do you keep the Succubus? I mean, I hate this, but I'm gonna have to. I could mulligan the Succubus with this deck, but I think that's just too aggressive. You just gotta, I mean, if I draw something better to play, like a Pyromancer, then I'll try that. That's great. But I'm not going to mulligan a Succubus because I don't want to end up with nothing to play on turn 2. Okay, I've got a Void Walker here, so what we're hoping is no coin 3/2s. That would just be the worst. Coin 3/2 would kill the Void Walker and whatever else I play. Please pass the turn. Okay, this is okay. I can't kill it at the moment, of course, which is unfortunate, but I'll still take that. And we're going to play the Pyromancer. And swing at the face. So now I'm ready to kill any recruits. The Pyromancer will trade with just about any 2-drop. Barring dumb crap like Nerubar Weblord, the 1/4 that makes Battlecry minions cost 2 more. Haunted Creeper. Well, if I had a spell, this wouldn't be a big deal because I could just kill the thing and cast a spell and then it would pop all the spiders. As it is, we're going to have to make a much lamer play. We're going to do that, and I'm going to kill one of the spiders. I mean, I can't kill all of them, but I'm going to kill as much as I can. Especially because it's growing this flesh-eating ghoul. He still has the coin. He could coin into Consecration, which would clear my board, or Hammer of Wrath. Even a True Sliver Champion would be pretty good. Kill off the Void Walker. Run into the ghoul, or, yeah, Infiltrator, kill the Voidwalker, and then True Silver into the Ghoul. He's gonna give it Divine Shield, which is, you know, it's not the greatest thing. It's decent, but it doesn't take out the Ghoul. It just takes out my other stuff. So I guess I have an interesting choice to make here. I can either clear his board, or I could hit 7 damage in the face. Well, I don't think this deck is quite good enough at Burnination of the Countryside to justify hitting him in the face, even for 9 damage though. Okay, you know what? Don't let paladins keep creatures and all that, but 9 damage is 9 goddamn damage, so I'm gonna do it. And I might regret it if he has like a Dark Iron Dwarf or something, but I just think 9 damage. You can't throw that away for a 2/1. And he does have a Dark Iron Dwarf, so this thing does die where it would have otherwise lived. Such is life, though. I think I'm gonna stand by my play though. 9 damage is a freaking lot of damage. Alright, we're gonna do this. Kind of awkward that I have these Gnomish Engineers because they make it impossible for me to play the Succubus without throwing a card away. So the Succubus, maybe I should have just mulliganed it. It's kind of dead in my hand. He's got 6, 7 cards to my 4, so he does have pretty significant card advantage when all is said and done. But, I mean, I'm at full health, so I can life tap pretty freely and catch back up. Also, I've got these things, which will draw me 2 cards next turn. Alright, he hits me in the face. What else is he going to play? I imagine for 5 mana he's got something to do. And he's going to play a Chillwind Yeti, which is not the most impressive thing, because I can kill it unless he has got something wacky like an Argent Protector to give it Divine Shield. Is that what's about to happen? No, Murloc Tidehunter. Okay, that's fine. It will finish off my Tiger in an elegant fashion, but I think I'm okay with that. So we're going to play the cheap one first. Draw a card, hoping for like a Soulfire? No. Still hoping for a Soulfire, actually. No. I could have kept burning him, but I don't know. I feel like it was worth it to get the kill there, even though the Scout finishes this off. My Engineer is ready to kill off this thing. Demon Fire is ready to kill off the Dark Iron Dwarf. Oh, we'll see. Sludge Belcher. Oh, no. I can't do anything. Can't do anything good. Okay. Well, we'll do the best we can, I suppose. We'll just play that. Demon Fire the Dark Iron Dwarf and pass the turn. Kind of awkward here. Oh, maybe I should have just killed that Infiltrator with the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. It would have been a 10-1. He would have had to kill it. Dark Iron Dwarf. I could have traded with the Dark Iron Dwarf. Yeah, you know what? I made the wrong call. Don't let paladins keep creatures, even if it means sacrificing 9 damage early on. That's what I learned from this game. I might still win this, but I am behind now, I think. He's got, you know, 6 cards to my 4 after the Novice Engineer dies. Sword of Justice. Oh, bad, that's bad. Oh, yeah, good talking, Boris. Oh, bad, that's bad. Yes, definitely. Hammer of Wrath. Oh, jeez. So he's going up a card here. Luckily, he's not playing any minions this turn, so the Sword of Justice doesn't kick in right away, but on the other hand, it's obviously going to happen at some point. I have no oozes in this deck. Oh, this is gross. Really, really gross. Alright, well, let's just keep drawing cards, I guess. Why not? Okay. Wolf Rider makes just no sense to play here. So we'll just throw out our other crap. Depending on what I draw, I might be able to play the Wolf Rider, and then as long as the next thing that comes down is, what's his face? 4 mana or less, I'll be able to play the Succubus for free. Okay, so that's a 3/4 that grows bigger, which is a bit scary. And he's got another Dark Iron Dwarf to kill my Azure Drake in 1 hit, which is scary. Oh man, this is just a disaster. Disaster. Hellfire. Well, it's not exactly what I wanted. But I guess it'll do. Let me think of the best way to do this. Oh man, I really want to hit this ghoul, but I can't. Well, I can, but I just... Problem is I cannot kill both of his creatures. That's what I'm trying to get at here, is I cannot kill them both. So we'll do what we can. I'm going to kill that. And now... kill that, unfortunately. I make a really awkward play here. I have to Wolf Rider into that, and then Hellfire to clear. And then I get to play my quote-unquote free Succubus, but this is really bad. I mean, he's way ahead on cards now. He's basically, like, assuming the Dark Iron Dwarf kills us, he has 3 cards to my none, and I don't really have any health advantage. So it's really disgusting how this game turned around. But you know what? I could have killed that infiltrator. That would have stopped every bad thing from happening, pretty much. Got another Hammer of Wrath going up, yet another card, and drawing 2 cards out of it. Okay, we're going to draw a card and we're going to concede. I don't really see any way that I could conceivably win this. That's definitely not going to do anything. Nor is that. Yep. Don't let Paladins keep creatures. I just lost the game. Because I took 9 damage. I gave him 9 damage to the face instead of killing his infiltrator. So I let him play a Dark Iron Dwarf to kill my ghoul. If I hadn't done that, he could have still played the dwarf, but then I would have killed it without having to spend my Demon Fire on it. Or he would have taken up his turn using one of his innumerable Hammer of Wraths to kill my ghoul, which would have given him up a card. But, you know, he wound up going up a card anyway. And that would have been his whole turn. It would not have put a 4/4 body on the ground. So, yeah, that was really bad. I would have much rather had a dead infiltrator on the board than him being 9 damage less. Should have trusted my motto. My instincts were to go for the face. That was a time when it was incorrect to trust my instincts. I should have instead trusted my proverbs. So 3 and 2, despite this deck being really good, kind of embarrassing being at 3 and 2. Shave Me Moist? Are you kidding me? What the hell kind of name is that? Wow. Lord. That's terrible. Okay, well, we have a decent opening hand here again. Very lucky that I'm the second player with all these 3 drops. Now, King Mukla, you know, is a bit trickier against Shamans because they can put the bananas on the totems. Or on their pajamas. Or racing down the stairs. But if, again, I get lucky and he has no turn 1 play and no turn 2 play, other than the totem, this will be a beast. Literally, get it? Because he has the beast subtype. Okay. But if not, that's fine. We'll just coin into a Crusader or the Ghoul as the situation warrants. So either way is good. What I don't want to see is a 2-3. That would just be the worst thing. A 2-3. A 3-2 I can trade, and I will play the king in that case. Mad Bomber. Aww. Fuck. Alright, we're going to go for the glory here. I'm going to play Scarlet Crusader. I'm going to hope I can kill off this Mad Bomber. Obviously, there are many things that can go wrong. She can play another minion. He can play Earthshock, which would be terrible. But I really want to play this king, because the later in the game it is, the worse he gets. Gotta take my chances here that I can kill this. Please don't be a taunt. 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 Please don't be a... It's not a taunt. Yay! Alright. So here we go. We're gonna go for it. I think, right? I think I play the Voodoo Doctor and the... But no, we're gonna go for it. So we're gonna play King Sakla and we're gonna kill the Mad Bomber. Now, if he has a Lightning Bolt with spell damage, that'll be 4 damage, and then he can put a banana on it and attack with the spell damage totem and kill the king that way. He's going to Hex it. Well, that's a victory. I mean, yes, he now gets 2 bananas, I suppose, but he used up a Hex on a 3-mana minion, so I'm pretty down with that. Pretty down with it. Alright, so here what do we do? I'm just going to keep it simple. We're going to play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, and I'm going to trade here. Grow this up to be a nice 4-3. And I'm going to put down the... so the Voidwalker would protect this from Rockbiter Weapon. Do I want to protect it from Rockbiter Weapon, or do I want to put more damage on the field? I'm going to put more damage on the field. If he plays a Rockbiter Weapon, then so be it. But I think I need to take that risk here. He still has 1 banana left. Got 7 cards to my 5. Vengeful Mercenary. Not bad. Not bad. I have to think very carefully about this. Yeah, I'm going to start to race him. Let's life tap first. Mortal Coil is interesting, but... Well... I could do this, and Mortal Coil, but no, we're gonna go for the race. We're gonna do it. I could Demon Fire this guy to be super crazy aggressive, but let's not go that out of the way here. I'm just gonna hit him for 7 damage. You can't play minions. You can play Lightning Storm, which would be devastating, but such is life. And if the Ventrico has to hit this Voidwalker, I mean, that's pretty good. Some 3 drops could, of course, be very good here for him. Master's not bad, actually. We'll kill the Voidwalker. Grow the Ghoul. The Ghoul can now kill off the Ventricle Mercenary, if it so desires. Soulfire. You know what? Let's just keep it simple. I'm going to go ahead and... Well, hang on a minute. Okay. So if I put Demon Fire in my Flame Imp, this is 5, 10, 12 damage. 14, he's down to 8. But really, that didn't work out for me so well last time, so why don't we just keep it simple? We'll just kill the Imp Master. Kill off the Imp. Swing for 2, which is still some damage. Play the healer. And, pass the turn.
Well played.
So he hasn't had removal for this. I don't see why he would have it now. He actually trades the Vengeful Mercenary for it. So the Vengeful Mercenary killed a Voidwalker and a Flesh-Eating Ghoul. It's a pretty victorious thing. He plays an Ogre, but you know what? It's just a little bit too late for this. I can race against this guy. I don't mind racing against that guy. 7-8, sure. I wish I had some Siphon Souls, sure. But it's racing time, so we're going to think. Should I Life Tap? Life Tap and then the Tiger? Or Tiger and Demon Fire? Let's Life Tap. Let's go for the cards. And I'm going to actually play the Tiger over the Drake. I don't need the cards right now, especially because the more cards I draw, the higher the chance that I'm going to end up having to throw something away to Soulfire. So I'm threatening lethal here. I've got Soulfire, Mortal Coil, and Demon Fire for removal in case he plays any taunts. This is 5 damage. It's really difficult to stop. And I can also buff all of my damage with the Azure Drake. He's just in trouble. So he freezes a creature but spends most of his minute doing so. He can kill the Flame Imp. He's hoping for a taunt. Does he find it? He doesn't. Ordinarily that'd be good to heal up his big guy, but he needs to stop me from dealing damage to him. He doesn't need to do anything else. Let's think here. We've got 7. Now we should have 11 damage. Wow, alright, so cool. Let's do that. That. Just in case my arithmetic is no. What am I? This is bad mannered here. I'm not gonna Mortal Coil to draw a card. I'll just fire and kill him. Alright, so this deck, when it performs well, performs pretty well. There's been 2 games where I got to play a King Mukla on turn 2 with the coin. Except I didn't actually play him here because my opponent stopped it from happening. But even a turn 3 King Mukla was fine. More than fine, even. And I'd like to just win one more game that would finish up... Well, oh no, I just finished up the other daily quest. But still, it would be nice to finish up the win 3 games quest. I'd be ahead for the next couple of days. It would be nice, yes. I feel like I've done so much better than 4-2. But I guess if that's where I'm at, then that's where I'm at. So, yeah. I'm happy these days to make it to 5 wins. That's still, remember, that's like the top 22% of the population only makes it to 5 wins. So, you know, I'm happy about that, given how things have been going. And I need one more win to get there, so let's see. Not a mage, not a mage. Alright, priest, fine. Zaki Sim, the priest. Interesting name. Well, these are half of my 5 drops, so I guess it's good that I'm going to not get them in my opening hand, but I'd like to get something else playable, please. Yeah. Oh, no, nothing but junk. This is like the worst starting hand I've had in a while. I mean, the Voidwalker is good in conjunction with other things. Just by himself, he's pretty weak, and I got nothing going on. I am the opposite of Stacy's mom right now. This is terrible. Unless I get just the best top decks ever, this is gonna suck. Okay, that's a good start. Alright, now I'm looking like I'm going to be playing a Felguard on turn 3, which is something you almost never want to do. But if it's that or Life Tap, I'm going to do it. That does delay each of these guys by a turn. Oh, God, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know. Well, oh, man. I don't even know. Okay, wow, I did actually get really good top decks. So we're going to kill out Mana Wraith so that I can play the Scarlet Crusader, plunk away with the Voidwalker. Yeah, playing this, I really would like to not have to do that because that delays my 5 drops by a turn each. This is in particular very good against priests. I mean, it's like an overpriced Chillwind Yeti, you know, but still, it's good. And this is just good against everyone. Even a priest who can kill it with Shadow Word Pain, you know, still comes back. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play Wolf Rider over the Felguard, I think. And get some damage on, so he's down to 21, which is, you know, pretty good for the 4th turn of the game. He can kill my Voidwalker, but then the Scarlet Crusader will kill off the Shade. He could use a Shadow Word Pain to kill us, but I bet he would have already used it if he had it. Well, would he? No, he played the Shade in response to the Scarlet Crusader. So maybe he decided that it was worth it to put this Stealth guy instead of Shadow Word Paining his first turn. So he could very well have a Shadow Word Pain here. But he doesn't. He's just going to play Mr. Bitey. And he will reveal this, which, you know, it's a decent move. Okay. I think the move here is the Sludge Belcher. I'm going to pop the Divine Shield to kill that. And I'm going to let the Wolf Rider hit the face. I'm going to hope the Sludge Belcher holds up against these fools. What I'm hoping for is no silence. Holy Nova would be good as well to let these guys kill this. He's gonna Mind Vision. I'm actually okay with that, unless he gets the Gnomish Inventor. The other stuff's not exceptional. He's gonna play Yeti. Okay, so I don't know what he has. But I do know that Mr. Belcher is going to live to tell some tales. Demon Fire. You know what? I think the move, though, here, even though it's not mana efficient, I think the move has got to be the Dark Scale Healer. Because it allows the Sludge Belcher to kill off this 2-1, still stay in the way of the Yeti, and then I'm just going to hit him in the face for 6 damage. It's risky, of course, but I think he would have played Holy Nova last turn if he had one. So I'm going to go for that. Sludge Belcher. Alright, that's actually very irritating. Still has the coin. Is he just going to heal himself? I guess he used the coin as a heal too. Alright, fair enough. This is going to hit my Belcher. I have to get through his, which is very irritating. Very irritating indeed. Okay, I'm going to draw cards first then. Maybe I can get a Soulfire. Void Caller. That's actually what I was really hoping to see. So we're actually going to play the Void Caller in lieu of using the Demon Fire. And is this Sludge Belcher going to take 3 hits? I mean, it is going to take 3 hits. Yep. Going to throw away our little Oozlet. Throw away the Wolf Rider. And I'm going to actually just kill this Yeti. So I didn't do any damage to him this turn. He's got 6 cards to my 6. I've got extra card advantage here. I'm at full health. I can life tap very freely. I'm in really, really good shape. He'd have to play top-notch stuff. Looks like Mind Vision gave him my Gnomish Inventor. These are solid drops, but he is letting me hit him in the face now for 7 damage, 8 damage, 9, 10 damage, 12 damage. Okay, wow, there's a lot of damage I'm going to hit him with. So we will life tap to see if I can get Soulfire for the kill. I got Hellfire. That's good, though. It's pretty good. So we're going to actually just go for it. I'm going to buff my demon here. And swing for the fences. So I could have actually played the Gnomish Inventor because I ended up with this mana to spare. That would have been nice to be more mana efficient. But I'm in pretty good shape here. Got a Hellfire. He's going to heal up to 4. I mean, if I get my other Hellfire or a Soulfire, I'll win. And I have 2 chances to do it because I can life tap. So Cult Master is just delightful because he doesn't need cards right now. He needs taunt and life gain, and that's not what he needs. He gets a card. Congratulations. Doesn't make a difference. Mind Blast definitely makes no difference. So yeah, well played. That was a pretty sweet win. Didn't need King Mookla or anything, just played solid cards. The right amount of removal and won. Well, a good top deck. So I started with nothing but Voidwalker. I top decked into Pyromancer when I would have had nothing else to play. I top decked into Scarlet Crusader when I would have had nothing else to play. So definitely the top decks helped. Although considering how much I mulligan and how low this curve is, you know, the fact that I needed the top decks to have plays was pretty remarkable in the first place. And we did finish that daily quest up, so in spite of my unending string of failure, I'm actually doing alright gold-wise. Climbing back up towards the 10,000 mark. Won't get there with this run, probably, but it's nice to know that I'm going upwards instead of downwards, which is good. There was a thing recently. You could download Dragon Age Origins for free. I'm going to start playing that. I don't know if I'm going to make any videos for it, knowing my laptop is not going to be able to handle it. But I'm pretty excited to play that. I remember playing it on the consoles a while back, and it was good, but I didn't like how you managed your party. However, a friend of mine told me that like on the computer it's much better. You can control your different party members a whole lot more easily, which is nice. I'm excited to see what it's like on the computer. Kind of weird that they make the game free. I'm sure there's a catch in there, so they get something for it, but whatever, man. I'm excited about that. Why did I start talking about that? I don't know, actually. But this is a pretty good opening hand, so obviously I've got pretty much everything under control with these two guys. Loot Hoarder could be very good as well, and the Wolf Rider for removal. So yeah, everything's fine until Consecration hits. Looks like Voidwalker is going to go on recruit killing duty here, which is just fine by me. Voidwalker excels at. Everything does die to Consecration now. But as the second player, having spent the coin, I can be assured that he is not going to play Consecration this turn. Hopefully I'll be able to trade into some things. And Regal to silence my Loot Hoarder is irritating. That stops me from getting a card. Very irritating indeed. And that is probably Noble Sacrifice. Okay, well, let's throw... What What do I throw at a noble sacrifice? I guess the Void Walker doesn't hit us hard. Okay, it's not noble sacrifice. Is it redemption? It's actually redemption. Well, redemption basically acts as a kill for one of my creatures, so I guess that's alright, even though it feels really weird. We'll either life tap and play the Infiltrator, or just play the Wolf Rider. Let's play the Wolf Rider. I think I do value putting the bigger body on the board here, more than I value going up a card, especially because if I got this to play next turn. So 3-4 for 4, not the greatest, but if he's consecrating or True Silver championing, well, True Silver champion can kill this, but if he consecrates here, I can just play this down. No, no consecration, just a Grizzly Bear. Is he going to put Hand of Protection on it? No, just a secret. Well, now is it going to be Noble Sacrifice? Can't do much about it if it is, so yeah, we're going to just throw this away to Noble Sacrifice. It's not Noble Sacrifice. He's actually playing with 2 redemptions. Well, this doesn't work out as well for him as the last one, because now I can actually Mortal Coil, get my card back, and top deck into a good creature. I was going to life tap an Infiltrator, but again, the Scarlet Crusader is better. I think the bigger board presence is more worth it to me right now than the card, especially because without life tapping a single time this game, the only damage I've taken is from this Flame Imp. I've got him at 18 health. I'm ahead on cards. So just through minion play, I've been able to get ahead this game. True Super Champion. Alright, this is not the greatest thing here because it will kill the Flame Imp. But the Scarlet Crusader is not a good target for True Super Champion, so he's not getting any benefit next turn. And I'm going to play the Tiger, which is Stealth. So this True Silver is a little bit dead at the moment. So we're going to hit him in the face. And it's getting a little bit close. This is 8 damage, plus 4 is 12. Once I find a Hellfire, I win. He's got to be very careful. Even a Direwolf Alpha would win me the game if he doesn't get any taunt or life gain down. He can't play the Justice guy yet for 6 health. He's a mana shy. He could True Silver my face for 2 health, but then he's not obviously getting anything out of it. Ah, he's going to use another Owl to silence my Crusader. 2 redemptions, a very questionable deck construction. I mean, maybe he had nothing better to do. Maybe. But I have a feeling that was just a mistake. So, do I hit the Owl with the Tiger, knowing, you know, don't let Paladins keep creatures? Or am I close enough? Well, this time I think I'm close enough to killing him. He's at 4 health already. So let's just life tap, see if I can get the kill. Can't. Alright, we'll either play a bunch of 1-drops or the Void Caller. Let's go ahead and do the Void Caller. I get the Void Walker if he kills this guy. And if I can hit him again with the Tiger, then I win. I mean, if I hit him with either of these guys, I'm pretty much winning. Alright, equality. At least his Shade is going to die, which is good. Unless he has something. Ah, Hand of Protection. Well played, sir. Well played. So he can now get the kills. Does he have anything with that 4 mana? To deal with Mr. Walker of the Void? He actually does. Very well played. That was incredibly well played. Got nothing to say. Did a good job clearing my board here and preventing himself from dying. But he loses anyway because I got Hellfire. So it's important to Hellfire first, otherwise your Soulfire might throw the Hellfire away. And that's the kill. Alright. I was at, what, 3-2, I think? Or 4-2? I was at 2-1 when I started this, then I was at 3-2 or 4-2. Now I'm at 6-2. I could actually make it to 7 wins. I actually just completely put that possibility out of my mind. I totally disregarded the possibility of that happening when I was at like 3-2. But it's possible, and okay, I'm going to be upset if I don't get here now. I came so close. Came so far and tried so hard, and in the end I hope it's going to matter. No! I was just going to say don't be a mage! Oh, no! No! Oh, God. Ballsacks. Blistering Ballsacks. Alright, we're going to keep this hand, even though it's not quite perfect, because you end up with the Wolf Rider to play on turn 4. I'm just going to keep it and hope for the best. So this is a pretty good... Oh, we got the Dream Team draw here, the Void Walker Flame Imp combo, which is good. Works out well with the Direwolf Alpha for the following turn. This actually significantly changes my outlook on the on the game. This top deck dramatically improves my odds, I think. Okay. She's going to Frostbolt that, which is totally fine. I mean, she's Frostbolting a 1-mana minion, so I'm coming out ahead here. We got the Wolf. The Wolf is on fire. We don't need no water because it's raining outside. And the Wolf Rider will kill one thing she plays. The second Wolf Rider will kill another thing she plays. And then it's time for the Azure Drake. So I could actually do alright here. So there's a couple of options here. with that being her play, I could actually use the Voidwalker to kill it and play the Wolf Rider, and the idea there is I'm hitting her harder. But the problem is then she can ping the Wolf Rider to death. Now, I've been the first to say that, you know, the Wolf Rider, if the mage uses half her mana killing it, that's a victory, yada yada. But I actually think that here, it's better just to keep my minions on the board, because I've got another Wolf Rider is the thing. So I can kill whatever, well, I might not be able to kill whatever she plays if she plays a 5 toughness minion, but, you know, I got another killer here. I smell an Arcane Explosion? No, Arcane Intellect. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, I'm really happy to see that. So she goes up a card, but that's okay, because I'm more concerned about burning her down than anything else. Now, can I leave this thing alone? What is this? 4 plus 4 is 8 damage, down to 16. Not good enough. Gonna Wolf Rider. And again, I'm going to just kill the Sorcerer's Apprentice and hit her for 4 damage. So she's at 20 health. She's up a card. She's got 6 to my 5. But I'm about to go up a card myself with the Azure Drake, and I've got 5 drops for 3 turns in a row. So what she needs is big minions. She does not want to remove my stuff here, because then I just regenerate with big drops. What she wants is a big minion of her own that I can't deal with. Tiger's a good play. Now, luckily, I saved the Voidwalker, so the first attack of the Tiger is going to be running into that, which I'm pretty happy with. Sludge Belcher I could also play, but I think I'd rather play the Azure Drake right now. Go up a card, keep hitting her in the face. Well, I've got to hold my breath here. This is a very important turn. If she just kills the Voidwalker and doesn't remove my other stuff, we might actually start to have a conversation about burning her out. She's going to Fireball this, which is great news. That means a Fireball not going on my face. And I go up a card for that as well, which is good. I could actually think about Hellfiring here. That would be my entire turn. But it would leave me with the advantage. I could also play the Sludge Belcher and swing for 2. Alright, I'm going to hedge my bets. We're going to play the Sludge Belcher and I'm going to swing for 2 damage. My thinking here is that the Sludge Belcher is going to be very annoying. She seems not to have much removal here. She's using a Fireball against an Azure Drake. Darkscale Healer allows the Tiger to survive after running into the Sludge Belcher, which is really good, admittedly. But I feel like I gave myself now a better opportunity for using Hellfire. See, now I can run the Wolf into the Darkscale Healer, Hellfire clears the board, and I can still play a creature afterwards. Seems good. I could also leave the Wolf alive, or I could have to hit with the Wolf and let this thing live. No, that's clearly the wrong play. So yeah, we're going to do this. I'm going to do that. Hellfire. Scarlet Crusader. She's down to 10 if this thing hits her, down to 8 if that hits her. Soulfire, if I top deck it at some point, gets her down to 4, and then this Tiger is the kill. So we'll see if that works. Oh no! Well played. So that gets her the Divine Shield, lets her get the kill. And she can still play more with 3 mana. Wow, that can turn the game around. That can definitely turn the game around. Now she's got a lot of damage. In fact, I can't play this Tiger. If she pings this and swings for 8, I'm going to be at 10 health. Can I really afford to just play the Tiger here? Tiger, god damn it. Tiger and this guy. Alright, we're going to do that. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to let her ping that thing if she wants. But I'm going to play the Tiger and the Infiltrator. I'm going to try to finish her off here. Because this is 7 damage. She's down to 6. Down to 4. I've got 2 chances to find Soulfire and I win. I think that's better. Those odds are better than if I try to, like, kill this thing. Oh, man, she has the Motion Warden. That is just the worst thing ever. But she did not ping this thing, so that's good at least. I'm still taking a lot of damage, however, and I have to throw a bunch of resources at this guy. I'm going to get burned down if I'm not careful. Shit. Oh, that's bad. This is really bad. I actually cannot get rid of her stuff. She has just lethal damage here. This is so ridiculous. Ah, this Blood Knight. Man, Scarlet Crusader and then Blood Knight is actually what cost me this game. Alright, I'm on a life tag because I'm desperate. King Mukla is unhelpful here, unfortunately. What I needed is Taunt or some kind of mass removal, like even a Hellfire maybe could have let me win. But as it is, I am going to lose. I just can't stop her from dealing the damage to me. Damn it. 2, 4, 6. Can't quite kill this thing. The Warden plus the thing just sucked. And the Blood Knight. Wow. So I was going to win that game, but part of the fun of Hearthstone is that you can be in a dominant position and the opponent can play some crazy thing and beat you. Or you can be in a losing position and then you play some crazy thing and win. So it's just the worst. It was just the worst perfect storm where I got Scarlet Crusader down. She played a Blood Knight and then she had more big beefy stuff, while having just enough removal during the game to prevent me from burning her down. Motion Warden was insanely good. What the hell is that? That's like the worst 6-win reward I've ever seen. 20 dust for the rare, and 75 gold. That's terrible. Well, we got 5 minutes to go, so what I'm going to do is just draft the next deck, and we'll actually start playing the games in the next video. How's that sound, folks? Alright, it's going to be Warrior, Paladin, or Mage, so let's look. I just made my best Warlock run with 6 wins. Pretty happy with how that turned out, playing kind of a mid-rangey style. So, Mage I've only played 2 runs with, so I'm going to do Mage just to balance it out. That's the only class with which I have not played at least 3 times. Okay, we're starting off with a great pick, the Violet Teacher. Lovely for mages, lovely for everyone. This, however, is absolute garbage. We'll play the Gurubashi Berserker. I'd rather have the bad attacker over the bad taunter. We get a legendary. So Tickmaster Oversuck is terrible. Nostromo is terrible. So we're going to take Lothab. It's a 5/5 for 5. And you never know it, but sometimes that ability is really good. Alright, the best 2-drop in the game, even better because the mage can activate the ability. Here I have to make an interesting choice. I can go for an aggro bent, more burn with Leper Gnome. I could just take some removal with the missiles, or just a really solid 4-drop. We'll take the missiles. I like that. They give you some potential for lucky things. This is actually just horrifically bad. We'll take the Doomsayer for some early removal, but it was kind of underwhelming there. Fireball is an easy choice. Arcane Explosion can be good, but I'll take the Raging Worgen. Arcane Explosion's a bit dicey. The Raging Worgen, you're always threatening to ping it yourself, and then swing for 8 damage. Polymorph is great. So I'm sad to pass on a Tiger. Now the Egg is really good, but I don't have any synergy with it currently. I mean, Doomsayer, I guess, is synergy with it, sort of. That's the only synergy I have. So we'll take the Kirin Mage now that, you know, Duplicate is out. There are some good secrets out there. Storm Knight's very good, but I will take Mirror Entity, mainly because I have the Kirin Mage, and that's a really, really good turn 3 combo. Here we have a turn 1 opportunity. Do I have any good Death Rattles? No. So we'll take the Zombie Chow, because the Undertaker I don't have any synergy for. Second Polymorph is good. Another Mirror Entity? No, we'll take a Mana Worm over the second Mirror Entity to have that nice turn 1 potential. Undertaker, still don't have any Death Rattle. I'm just worried about it being underwhelming, but I'm not going to take Nova or the Balmer, so we'll take it. I mean, I do have 1 Death Rattle. I have the Zombie Chow. And here the Argent Squire is good, but I'll take the Loot Hoarder for some more Death Rattle to go for the Undertaker. I'll take another Mana Worm for that early potential. Ew. Guess we'll take this for some burn damage and removal, though I'm not happy with that pick. The Golem is the only good card there. Blizzard for Shizzard. I haven't played with Blizzard in a long time, it seems like. I passed on a Storm Knight earlier to take Mirror Entity. Although bad buffs are better than no buffs, we'll take the Storm Knight here because I think it's a really, really good card. Okay. Generic 2-drop or a 1-drop. We'll take the generic 2-drop. I mean, I have 2 Worms, an Undertaker, or a Zombie Chow. We're doing pretty good. So what's better? It's 3/2 or 2/3? I think usually the 3/2 because it kills more things. Leper Gnome again could be good for that sort of burn potential, but we'll take the card draw because I currently have none of it. Ice Barrier is terrible. We'll take the Acolyte of Pain for some card draw. Mirror Image does give some really good potential with these Mana Worms, but I'm going to take the Dwarf. I'm a bit lacking for mid-game here. Well, this is a weak body. This is just a 5/5. This is slow to get started, and then I only have a couple of 4s. So I'm gonna prefer that over the early potential. Here I have another Mirror Image, but we'll take a Flame Strike. And a second Flame Strike. Oh, I would have loved that the last time I was playing Mage. Argent Squire or the Infiltrator? Take the Infiltrator here. Cobra I think is good, although those are all sort of mediocre rares. Wailing Soul I think is just absolute garbage. Light Warden is obviously trash, so we'll take the Kirin Mage to increase our odds of getting Mirror Entity. Oh, heck, we'll play 1 game. I mean, it's going to be a little bit long, this video, but it seems silly to draft a deck and not play a single game, so we'll do that. Oh my god, I can't believe I lost that last game. It was the Warlock. You know, that was just purely terrible luck, I think. Maybe I made some mistakes in that game, but I really think it was purely terrible luck, and it just sucks that I can't get a single break when I really need to get up to 7 wins. Yeah, man alive. I have actually only made it to 6 wins or more 48% of the time since starting this series. That is just appalling. We're going to mulligan the 3-drop because this deck has a bunch of 1s and 2s. If that weren't the case, I would have kept it. As it is, I replaced my 3-drop with a 3-drop and this Doomsayer, which will be basically bad removal. Okay, we're going to play Mana Worm. This is risky because I can't follow that up with a Doomsayer, and if he plays like a 3/2, the Mana Worm is going to have to just die, but at least I'm a mage, I can finish off. a 3/2. And it also takes up his coin, so that's something. No, Novice Engineer. Well, that's actually fine. In general, I think it's a mistake to play Novice Engineer with the coin. I will ping it because I have nothing better to do. Might as well preserve the health in my Mana Worm and pass the turn. We'll be playing the Harvest Golem next and hoping I draw the one Mirror Entity in this deck, because that is a really good play, Kirin Tor Mage into Mirror Entity, but otherwise this is a pretty mediocre hand here. Shapeshift, I get a bit lucky. He actually coined into a Novice Engineer having nothing to play on turn 2, so I really think that was a mistake. He's hitting the Mana Worm, which I think is a mistake as well. In general, I don't think you should hit creatures if you're not going to kill them. Undertaker. Oh, crap. So the Golem does have Death Rattle, but I think it's a mistake to go for that synergy. Just play that right now. I mean, if I play this and ping his face, it's so stupid. Then this might even be dead by the time I play the Golem, so we're just going to let it alone. Overall, not the greatest start, but the opponent has an even worse one. Coined a Novice Engineer into nothing. That's just a bit sad. Oh, we actually got the move here. The problem is this Raging Worgen. This Raging Worgen can just kill both my things. I'm going to do it, though. That is just such a good play. I am going to actually trade 2 of my creatures in to be able to play it right now. Yeah, so the Mana Worm being buffed doesn't actually help me, tragically, so we're just going to kill this thing. Get my damaged Golem. And we're ready now to steal his Druid of the Claw. If he swipes this turn, he can clear out most of my board, but then this will be a Druid of the Claw next turn, hopefully, if I'm lucky. He hasn't played anything cheap, so he probably doesn't have cheap things to play. Spellbreaker. Alright, that's cool. So my Mirror Entity will kill off the Spellbreaker. Or I could use the Damage Golem and the Undertaker. Keep my bigger guys alive. Well, I have nothing to do with my mana, so there's really no real reason to even throw the Undertaker away. That's pain because I've got nothing better to do. And we're going to swing. So how's it looking? Looking good. I'm a little bit safe against Swipe with 2/3 toughness creatures. Safe against Starfall as well. He's got 7 cards to my 6, soon to be 7. Doomsayer is certainly a dead card, but the Flame Strike can help me later on, maybe? We'll see. I've been getting a lot of mileage out of my cards because he hasn't had much removal. Yikes, this is just terrible. So I'm getting a bunch of these cards I can't play. After spending the goddamn entirety of my last Mage run praying for a Flame Strike, finally I get one and it's just totally useless. Well, might just win with the pair of 4/3s here if he doesn't hurry up and kill me sooner. Alright, Starfire is good. It gives him up a card, and I have nothing to play here, which is awkward. I really would like to play a playable card. Alright, that'll do. That'll do. Hit him in the face, and I'm threatening lethal. He needs some removal. Here, he needs taunt back, basically, or to clear my board. I have 2 polymorphs in here, though, to get past taunters, so what he really would like is a board clear. My deck did not perform very well here, but neither did his, and I actually was playing minions and he wasn't, so I'm going to give myself some credit for making some good choices, not holding the Golem to combo with the Undertaker, making sure that I played the Mirror Entity when I had the chance with the Kirin Tor Mage. These are things that I think some people might not have done. Oh, yeah. Alright, so he's going to have a 2/7 taunt here, which is a little bit difficult to get through, but doable. And he concedes. So I could ping this guy, swing for 5, Blizzard, finish this off, hit him down to 2 health. I mean, he's not dead. I don't know why he conceded. He should have waited and seen. He's got a handful of cards. Meh, whatever. Quick game. Thanks for watching, folks. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again soon. Take care.